Hello everyone, Tevin Townsend here with the lock update. I guess the last video I did about my locks was 3 months ago, maybe 4 at this point. It's on the channel, and that was the only one I've done thus far. So not a lot has happened except that I started over on my locks. If my hair looks kind of funny right now, I'll explain that in just a second. But I had been trying to lock for literally 4 or 5 months, and my hair just would not lock. There were a few parts that started to lock, but none of them ever fully locked. And I wasn't really getting that form. I was having just a really fat root and a malformed tip, a malformed, I guess what you would call a center. And what my hair looked like in the video I did before, it kind of looked like that, but slightly better. Doesn't really look like a beautiful spiral luscious lock, if that makes sense. And what I ended up doing was I washed my hair. Now, I wasn't intentionally trying to take them out, but I washed my hair for the first time after about 3 months. And I did that because at first I was washing my hair maybe every 2 weeks, and I realized that may have been making it difficult for my hair to lock. So I said, I'm gonna go a long time because I really need this to lock. So I went 3 months, and then I washed it one time and they were gone. So I was like, wow. But my hair was still there. So that was the important thing. So I went for about a month, maybe a little over a month, but roughly a month with my hair in the fro. And just last night, because I was thinking about it over a few weeks, contemplating how I was going to do this, so I decided to go get some rubber bands. And I think I may have made the right decision. It's not something I wanted to do, but I really gave it a shot for a solid 5 months, trying to do it as natural as possible. And I don't think rubber bands are that bad. All I'm doing is helping my hair go into a certain direction. So I don't feel guilty about that. It's not like dyeing my hair or putting all these other chemicals. So I still feel it's very natural. Sorry about the noise in the background. So I did this yesterday, and at first it was kind of difficult because I don't do hair, I'm a dude, and I barely know how to use a rubber band. But after I got through a quarter of my hair, then I started to develop that technique, and it was just quick and snappy to put all these rubber bands on. And this may have been the first time I've been able to maybe count my locks, because before I could kind of tell roughly how many I have, but I just couldn't really count them, because even though they were all separated, you just couldn't look at my hair and then see the different locks. Now you can, at least right now, with the rubber bands all tight and everything, you can kind of see each individual strand lock. And I'm pretty sure I have less than 50 in my head. I might end up getting some extra ones right under here. It depends on how my hair grows, because when I originally started, I wanted a certain contour, and I had this shaved, and I've since had a change of heart. But we'll see. I don't know if this is going to grow out, but if it does, I will eventually have at least one extra here and one extra there, which wouldn't make that big of a difference. But I had to put rubber bands on the bottom, because I watched the lock video with rubber bands the other day, yesterday, whatever. And one lady had a technique of putting one at the root and then one on the ends, and that was actually perfect for my hair, because the issue with my hair is that I really have been having a hard time getting my locks to lock on the ends. So I put one close to the root, one on the tip, close to the tip. So that's how I have the look I have now. The rubber band thing, I can tell it's going to be rough. I hope I don't have to do it again. I just want to do this one time and then take it off and let them freeform and do what they want to do. But you might want to consider how tight you're putting the rubber bands, and that depends on the amount of revolutions you make when you're twisting the rubber band. You know, you're doing it 2 times or 4 times, because the more times you do it, the tighter it is. In my case, really just for the first 2 somewhere on the front, I made like 2 revolutions, and that was good enough to work. But then these are the smallest of my head, the ones in the front. So as it got thicker everywhere else, I made sure to use more revolutions. So it's not pulling on my hair at all. Believe me, you might look at my hair and say, wow, he's feeling a lot of pain, but no, I don't feel any pain. The only pain is when you have to take these damn things off, because I had to take 2 or 3 off yesterday because of a few mistakes or to fix something, and man, that's what's going to be tough, because pulling out this rubber band is like pulling out hair, and it's painless. It's painful to just to get a rubber band off. So maybe I'm going to use a knife or just try to pop it when I get to that stage. I don't know. I'm just not looking forward to it. So with that said, I know with this new gauge I have, I kind of have most of my locks even. They're kind of all the same size, because I managed to get a pretty good understanding of the thickness of my hair in different areas, and the length in different areas, and they're all roughly the same gauge. And I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was even getting at. But last time around, it was kind of all over the place, which I didn't mind. I liked that. But yeah, this particular gauge I have now, I can tell that my hair is starting to curl naturally, because before I was almost going against how my hair would naturally lock. I was doing them too thick, or I had a few that were too thin. Now it feels like they're all at that right size where my hair will naturally flow and lock. That's more important, and curl and show its life. So this gauge doesn't even look that thick right now. Apparently I have thick hair from what I've been told. I have grown my hair out in the past. So this might end up being super thick once it starts to grow. I don't expect it to puff out. I expect it to get larger. But the thing about my hair is it's always super thick and condensed, compact. So I'm the type of person where I have a fro and I've got a lot of hair, but it's like all curled up and compact, so you can't tell the real length of it and how thick it is. So I think what's going to happen is, rather than this just puffing out, it's gonna get a little puff to it, but ultimately be a condensed, compact, curled, controlled lock style. So I guess that's about it for this video. I'm hoping this will do a good job of training my hair in just a few weeks, and let you guys look at it again, and you can kind of see about how much hair I grab per lock. My thickest one being maybe right here,